Hey, welcome back to the channel. What's going on, everybody? Anybody hear about those rumors about the Nintendo Direct that's supposed to be coming? We're getting a Nindies Direct as well. Fingers crossed. I don't believe it, but I want to believe it. Like, we're overdue for a Nintendo Direct. We're long overdue. We haven't had a true Nintendo Direct. Why am I getting into the Nintendo Direct? I'm excited. I want that to happen, but I don't believe it until Nintendo announces something. But anyway, let's get back to business. We know what we're here for. It's the tournament. Yeah, I don't really need the spiel because I do it all the time, and most of us know it anyway. So basically, it's a tournament, and I'm going into the spiel. It's a tournament, and then we put a bunch of characters in here, and then I upload one of the matches per day, except Sundays, and then we vote between one of the two characters in the matchup. But voting is a part of the rules, and I have a few more rules, so let's just put them on screen. Put them on screen. Alright, the rules are very simple. Rule 1, this is for fun. That ultimately means you can vote for whoever you want to, as long as they're in the match. You vote for whoever, it doesn't matter. If you like them, vote for them. You don't have to vote for who's more likely, alright? It's always been the point of this whole thing. You vote for who you want. Simple. But do remember, you only get one vote per person, alright? I do check. How do you vote, though? Down in the comments, type the name of the character you are voting for. You are allowed to vote for both the characters, however, if you really like both, or if you have a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you can vote for both by simply typing the word both. It's all good. But remember, one vote per person. Otherwise, the rest of the rules, this is a double elimination tournament, meaning a character will have to lose 2 times overall before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, well, if there happens to be a tie, we're going to flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you have 7 days from when the episode first gets uploaded to get your vote in. If it comes in after that, sorry, does not count. Alright, that's enough for the rules. Go to the rest of the video. Alright, we're back. We got to go over the results from last week. And I was curious to see who would win because the potential winner gets to face Kratos. And yeah, anyway, the matchup happened to be from Mike Hagar from the Final Fight series, who's taking on Master Chief from Halo. Yeah, and I think most of us will probably know how this one went. Master Chief did end up winning this one, 60 votes to just 26 for Mike, the mayor. He has been eliminated. He's not winning this contest, all right? You didn't get enough votes. No more being a mayor, all right? You got to go back to being a wrestler. Go back to Final Fight. Give us another Final Fight or something like that. Why not? But congrats, Master Chief gets to move on. I'm very excited. The next match that he has is against Kratos. I can't wait to get to that. That's match 158. That's next week. That is next week. Let's get to it. I can't wait for that. It's going to be good. But, yeah, that's the result. So let's move to the matchup for today, which is a kind of interesting one, we'll say. We have Klonoa, a little blast from the past sort of character. Another Bandai rep. Bandai needs a character, right? They deserve a second one, I should say. But Klonoa's opponent happens to be Lana from the Hyrule Warriors, the Legend of Zelda series. Speaking of series that definitely deserve at least another rep, the Legend of Zelda series. I think most of us agree on that. Sure, maybe Mario has enough, Fire Emblem has enough, I don't know, who else? Pokemon has enough. Legend of Zelda being a top 2, top 3 franchise for Nintendo. Come on, we need something new. How about, do we start with her? No, we started with Klonoa. Yeah, I was trying to work into a segue, and that totally failed. So, switching gears, let's go back to Bandai. Again, big point, Bandai, so much help. We know the story by now. They helped develop Smash Wii U, 3DS, and Smash Ultimate DLC. And yet, we still only have one Bandai character in Pac-Man. Pac-Man's a great character. Iconic. Everybody knows who Pac-Man is. Design fits very well in Smash Bros. Moveset's awesome. So, they can definitely come up with awesome movesets for any sort of kind of weirdish sort of characters. Not saying Klonoa is weird by any means, because Klonoa has a lot of moveset potential going for it. So, in terms of Klonoa, popularity, again, that's not a good argument, because we know this by now. You don't necessarily have to be popular or even relevant. It's just you got to be a fun character to play as. So, what would make Klonoa fun? And that's, well, basically going to be the moveset. That's what makes a character fun. So, Klonoa is got a lot to do with, like, wind, gust of wind, that sort of, a fun little, actual element to his attacks. And that could be really cool, like an added effect to the wind. So like I got wind boomerang. So basically, you know Link's boomerang. He chucks it, and if it misses you, it will come back because it's a boomerang. That's what it's designed to do. But as it's coming back towards your opponent, it will end up kind of like pulling them in towards you just a little bit because it's gonna have a bunch of wind effects. That makes sense, right? Which would be kind of cool. Got a wind blade, got wind projectiles you could end up shooting out, but like the whole idea, I think, maybe not for every single move, but maybe a couple of the special moves, maybe even a smash attack potentially, that extra wind gust, and just the idea of playing around with wind. So whether it's something that kind of sucks your opponent back towards you, where you can end up using that to set up a further attack, or whether you want to kind of use it as a spacing tool to push your opponent a little farther away, whatever it might be, try to catch them off stage with something kind of fun, maybe just a gust of wind. Even the, like, when I think gust of wind, I think of the item, the gust bellows, that item is so broken. All you do is hold A and you just blow your opponent off screen. It's so dumb. But, I'm not saying go to that length for, wind effects, but, something, maybe a very toned down version of that. So you can play around with it quite a bit. But it'd be a fun kind of gimmicky, a gimmick for the character. And, again, that's kind of what Smash DLC has been so far for the characters. They all have some sort of gimmick or, characteristic that makes them just stand out a bit more from the rest of the roster, which is good. I think that's a great way to take characters going into the future, and whether they want to build off Smash Ultimate going into the future, or whether they do a reboot, I think giving characters kind of that whole, I'm not saying every character has to be gimmicky, but something, personality, trait wise, whatever it might be, kind of just help, I don't know, just really differentiate. Because again, the argument that we hear a lot, there's too many sword users. So how can you make sword users different? I don't know, change something about it. Just make it, that's whatever it might be, just make something a bit more unique than what we have. And Klonoa has the potential for that ability to just be different and have some different style that we don't really have. And again, the whole Bandai thing, come on. I mean, where's Pac-Man on his hat eating the pellets after all? I mean, if that doesn't scream Bandai, I don't know what does. So, again, Klonoa would be kind of a really kind of definitely out of left field kind of characters. Like, really, you pick Klonoa? Nothing against Klonoa. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, if you look at Bandai as a whole, there's a lot of great franchises. Digimon, Tekken, Tales of, Soul Calibur, others. I'm not going to name a lot, but we know, if you're a Bandai fan, franchises that they have. And that could potentially be in Smash Bros. And speaking of Bandai, we still never got their Mii costumes to come back. We didn't get the Lloyd. We didn't get the Hayachi. Was there any other? Those are the only two I can think of. Were there any other Mii costumes in Smash Wii U 3DS that have not come back from Bandai? Well, I guess any Bandai Mii costumes have not come back. Why is that? I really thought that they were going to come back in Fighter Pass 1. I thought they were going to have a Bandai character. Now I kind of shift that to, okay, they're going to have one for Fighter Pass 2, right? Right? I don't know. Nintendo will do whatever they want. Maybe they listen to the fans. Maybe they got, because there's a lot of buzz about that, right? A lot of people really do believe Bandai deserves that second rep, so maybe Nintendo was like, all right, kind of to please the fans a little bit, yeah, let's go Bandai route. Let's give them another character in there. So Klonoa could fit, but maybe won't be the most likely. Maybe might not be the top candidate, but definitely still has his following, and there's still some good supporters out there for Klonoa. But let's now go over to Lana. And Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda, please, we just need a new Legend of Zelda character that's not our 28th Link, alright? We don't need another Fire Emblem situation in this case, alright? Differentiate it, which Lana does, right? So who is Lana? She's from, this is a point for some people, and I can kind of understand it, but whatever. She's from a spin-off game, Hyrule Warriors, and some people say, if you're from a spin-off game, you shouldn't be allowed to be in Smash. Why? If you're from a video game, if you originated in a video game, you're qualified to be in Smash by Sakurai's terms, correct? So Lana is a witch, a sorceress that deals in a lot of magic, lightning spells potentially. We got some pretty cool ideas with lightning spells. What else? She does have like a what is it called? She's got like some sort of like weapon. It's like it's not a magic one. It's like I can't think of it. Some sort of stick. Yeah, she just carries around a stick with her. Yeah, that's her move. But a long staff. How about that? We'll go with, she has a staff, and with that staff, you could end up using it as a melee weapon, but that's not the entire character. Think of maybe a bit more in terms of kind of Hero, how Hero really revolves around using magic and spells to, magic attacks for his attack, but he does have that sword that you can throw in there for attacks here and there. So, Lana, in a degree, kind of that same way, has the ability to use a melee weapon, but I think the spells would be the main focus of the character, which would be really cool. I know I was touching on the that she's from a spin-off game, but I don't see why. Some people say that. Just because you're from a spin-off doesn't matter. I mean, Sakura's taken influence from spin-off games before and put that into Smash Bros. I'm not saying characters, but he's gave a nod to spin-off series before, and he's like, all right, yeah, I see you. They're out there. People have it for sure. So, I mean, in terms of Lana, she's pretty popular. I mean, look at this tournament. After all, remember the first round of the tournament, Lana's first match, she defeated Sora. I'm still surprised. She defeated him, 71-69? If I'm not mistaken. It was by 2 votes, so it's really close, but she still ended up winning, which was mind-boggling at the time. But I just think Lana does bring that kind of, I don't know, just a little something different, brings another rep to a franchise that kind of deserves to have a fresh face at this point. I mean, when's the last time we actually got a new Legend of Zelda character? Was that back in Brawl with Toon Link, who was only really replacing Young Link? Isn't that still the same moveset? Like, no, we still haven't. So, if you really want to get into it, Melee was the last time we got like a true new original type of character, with whether you want to go Zelda Sheik or, in a sense, Ganondorf was kind of his original. I mean, yeah, he was a clone, but he's whatever. Different moveset, different character, new face. Please, Lana's kind of. I like Lana, and the more I kind of think about it, spell based. I do like spell users, spellcasters. In Smash Bros, projectiles are fun to play around with. That sort of play style. So I think I could really kind of get behind the character and just. I think I'd have fun playing as her in the game. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to the vote on this one. I know I'm a really big believer that Bandai deserves a second rep, but when it comes to Bandai characters I want to see in Smash, Klonoa is not in the top 5. I mean, Agumon has that category locked down for me easy. It'd be the #1 Bandai character. So I guess it's going to come down to, I believe Legend of Zelda deserves a new face, and I think Lana brings something that the Legend of Zelda series doesn't necessarily have a lot of, so just something different. So Lana's getting my vote for this one. Simple. Has my vote. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. Klonoa, Lana, or both. They're all good options. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So a little sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow's matchup, we have first party characters going at it. And match 155. It is Pauline from, the Mario universe. Yay, a Mario character, right? People love more Mario characters. But Pauline's opponent, Rex and Pyra from the Xenoblade. Xenoblade. I said that right, but I don't know. Whatever. Xenoblade franchise. So there's a lot of buzz around Rex right now. So we'll see how that one plays out. But that's the match, and then we'll get the results for. We'll get the results for Akira Howard from the Astral Chain, who is taking on Morrigan from Darkstalkers. But that's tomorrow. Today's today. Today's wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. I have a second video, right? Why am I asking you? I'm the one that would upload it. I think I have a second video today. Has to do with another raid boss thingy that I did. So, anyway, second video coming out today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.